Okay, we were at the DP and writer of Eggsecution. Bao is with us from the Los Angeles area. So Eggsecution is a 3-minute experimental film, really interesting film about eggs. You were one of the co-writers. Where did this idea come from for you? I'm so curious.
So I mean, execution really came from my love for eggs and how I do terribly love to like eat them. And then part of like the reason why I kind of pended towards like horror and the genre is mainly because I think there was an innate fear of like having an allergy towards eating eggs. So like my grandma used to always tell me like I couldn't eat eggs every day. But obviously I stubbornly ate and did that. But then part of me like has always thought, what if one day I do get an allergy and then what if I can't eat eggs like one day? So execution was really born from that kind of like fear. And then from there, because I really love horror and I love genre, part of me like twisted towards the direction of what if there is something manifesting physically that makes her like fear ever eating eggs again. And because like she's so crazy about eggs, like just like me, like she would eat any kind of eggs.
Yeah, well, then there's like a kind of a twist, like I guess halfway through the film where it becomes a horror, I guess, where the chicken monster
hmm
I just said that out loud. The chicken monster, the blue chicken
hmm
monster, kind of appears, and what you don't see coming as an audience, it's the last thing you expect to happen, and
Yeah.
uh, and then yeah, then it becomes like a horror film. So it becomes like, and then I got to ask you about the beginning of the film. There's so much to talk about with the costumes, the art direction, but the beginning of the film where you had the egg standing up straight. I guess what they call
Oh
the
my gosh.
equinox. They say that during the equinox you can do that. You ever heard that?
No,
Where
tell me
like
more.
where like there's certain times in the day or certain times in like once every whatever, it's almost like the Halley's Comet. Once every 10 years
Oh,
you can basically leave your egg and it will stand up straight like you had in the film.
oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Because you know how like the egg will always tilt over, right, to the side?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how
Yeah.
did you do that in the film? How did you leave it straight up?
I have to give like credit where it's due. Basically, my SFX artist Daniel Sukara, he had always been working in like Halloween horror nights, and then I thought one of the imagery that we had was to freak like audiences out was what if you one day see an egg like standing, and that's weird as heck, right? And not to roll away. So he had all this experience from Halloween Horror Nights, and then I just told him like, "Hey, I really need the egg to be like standing. How do you achieve it?" And then he was like, "You know what, bro? Like, don't sweat it." Basically, he had some salt, really, really fine salt. I'm really basically revealing all of his like
Gotcha.
magic tricks, but
Yeah.
some fine salt at the bottom of like the egg that we had, and then it was just magic. Like no one could see it it would stand like perfectly still, and that was how we got the shot.
Gotcha. And it's kind of sets the stage of like we're not in reality in a sense.
Exactly. And that's when like things kind of like take a turn. Like even
Yeah.
for the main character herself, like she makes a twisted decision to really eat it, and
Yeah.
then things start to shift in the story.
So let's talk about the egg monster creation. Who created the costume for the egg monster?
Damn. That's a really good question. So initially when I thought about egg monster, I had a really literal like imagery of the egg monster. It was supposed to be this huge egg with like cracks in it, and then he would just be like a huge guy, like a man in a suit kind of situation.
Yeah.
But my director, Jafat, we had a big discussion about what direction we wanted to take the film in, and ultimately we settled with a chicken monster that was more veering towards like the horror genre. Like he was
Yeah.
like, go big or go home. That was his like main like thought. And we decided that instead of a goofy like egg monster, we would then go towards a chicken monster. And my costume designer, Kai,
Okay.
she actually had lived in a chicken farm when she was young, and she absolutely hates eggs and chickens, by the way. She hates them all, and that was the reason why she joined the film. It was kind of crazy. She was like, I know exactly how to make a chicken monster, and when we panned it from basically like the egg suit to like the actual chicken, she knew like all the dynamics of the chicken, like how much like the hands, like how many like claws they had, and then like the gobbler part of the chicken, and also the ski mask thing that she invented with like the entire team. She knew all of that, and like she designed and prototyped with like our
Mm.
talent. So all of that kind of came together, and yeah, it was kind of sick.
Yeah, that's the well, yeah, it seems like everybody was together for one, the egg loving, I guess. All right, so let's talk about the location itself, because it's
Oh
kind
my
of has that
gosh.
throwback location. You got the grandfather clock even in the background. You got like the orange kind of like checkered, you know,
Oh my God.
that you see
Yeah.
back in the 80s, I guess. Where did you find this location?
So it's really funny because this location was my producer's house, Michelle Levenger. Like she provided me the location like from the start. She was like, "Hey, Bao, like if you don't want to spend money on like production." So just in FYI too, we spent I think 1,800 on the entire film. Um, and this was all because like I just really didn't really have enough budget. But then
Yeah.
she was like, "Hey, locations are one of the most expensive places. My place is open for you." We searched and searched, but nothing else really seemed to fit. And then eventually we settled like, okay, let's just bite the bullet and do it at the producer's house and her house. And our production designer, RJ, she came in, she had tons of ideas about how to fit it with the vintage like housewife aesthetic. So from there, she suggested like the checkered like cabinets and like
Yeah.
walls and stones and whatnot. And everything you see is not on location. Like she literally made that all happen.
Oh, so like you guys set it up as well. Like you kind of made it kind of what you're looking for. That and you only spent
Exactly.
$1,800 on the film. So you kind of like it seems like it
Exactly.
like this is what you saw. This is like you picked a location because it looked like that from the beginning.
I know. She came up with like brilliant ideas about how to fake it for like certain angles. Like once we set the shot, she would be like, "Okay, I've made it up for this side and this side."
Yeah.
And a lot of times, I think like it was a collaboration within like the whole team to kind of make it happen. And I think like I mean, with support of my school, because AFI provided all of the equipment and like that's why it was possible for it to be so cheap.
Hmm.
Um, and then also the film because it was shot on 35 film. Only then I could keep my budget so low, and our crew was only like what 15 people. So we were like, okay, we gotta get this, gotta plan it, and we got it in the end. So I'm really proud of the entire team.
So this was done at AFI?
This was my so we have a curriculum because I'm in the cinematography track.
Yeah.
We have a curriculum called the visual essay curriculum. Basically, it's a film without any dialogue. And you would shoot it on 35 mil film. So this film was a part of that.
Okay. So then you could then like so was it Japheth that was the director? So he's part of the director's program?
Yes, exactly. And he
Okay.
loves like horror and genre. Hence I was like, hey dude, wanna try and collaborate on this? And then he was like,
Gotcha.
yeah, I'm so down.
And then so you DP'd it and then and then you co-wrote it with Nicholas. There was a Nicholas, like Nicholas.
Yes, Nicholas Thomas. He's like my really close friend. He also loves genre and horror, so hence I knew like he would be up for this like freaky shit. Because previously we had made a film called Snow Dad. It's funny. It's about a snow dad who like it's about a snow mascot who comes alive as his dead like dad.
Okay.
So it's also one of the freakier kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
same vibes, same kind of like kind of messed up humor. So I think definitely like I was trying to get the right team to kind of come together and make this film that like everyone was on the same page.
Yeah. Okay. So basically you got it. Okay. So basically like you then was this is like in your grad kind of your graduate program, I guess?
Yes, yeah, it is one of the films that I graduate with. And yeah, I was very fortunate to make something like kind of so fun and weird.
And then Emma, who's fantastic, your
Oh my
actress,
gosh.
Dunsonbury, like she's fantastic. Where did you find her?
Okay, it's a very funny story because when I wrote the film, so Arman, who is the chicken monster, he's like huge, he's like 6 feet something, I think. I don't even know. But I was like, oh, I need a monster who's hella tall. But then at the same time, before I even casted him, I knew off the top of my head I wanted a girl who kind of looked um plainly put, extremely American. Like I knew she could pull it off, and I knew her because she was his girlfriend at the time. So like I
Okay.
was like, hey, would you both want to star in my film together? So I think I really found a great like the combination of someone who's so tall, and then for her, she's kind of petite, but like super pretty. And then I think the main thing was like I really asked her, or Jafat really clarified with her, like, are you cool to eat eggs? Like lots and lots of eggs on
Yeah.
set. And then she
Well,
said, yeah, I'm
I
like so
bet.
down. So
What about the
it was
blue? What
cool.
about the blue? It looks like paint. It was like
Oh
with
my gosh.
food coloring.
So that definitely has to go, credit has to go to Daniel once again. Like he experimented with different like sources of the blue. And basically he came out with this like kind of like paint vivid blue, but in fact it's actually just vanilla pudding. So it was pretty delicious to eat if you want to try it.
Gotcha. And then kind of the ending kind of takes you to another turn as well, where like I guess like if you're a vegetarian, you're not like this might not be the film for you to watch, I guess. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I think the question was really to pose like if I ate so many eggs, like who is really the monster here? Um
Yeah.
and I think that was one something that I really wanted to try and leave the audience feeling like kind of icky and kind of like, oh shit, like are we in this realm now? Yeah.
Yeah. She's going there though, right? And just the way you have it set up, the way you kind of tease the audience with like, the prim and proper kind of throwback housewife, pretty, right? And then in 3 minutes, it's only a 3 minute film. She goes on this incredible arc, right?
Yeah, I think it's exactly like what you said. And also like our costumer Kai, like she distressed she had stages of distress for the skirt and all the costumes, like
Yeah.
from the gloves to how also like how the remains of the blue and the yellow all kind of panned out. So I think that was really good in like escalating how crazy she was getting in terms of eating them. Like the alien, I guess, thing.
The Alien, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
you said that the producers is home. Did they have the yellow like aesthetic in the kitchen?
No,
Paint on
so
the
the
wall?
aesthetic of the kitchen is actually just white and brown. And we completely transform the walls, the tabletop, the cabinets, and whatever we shot in that direction, we would try and art it to be of the same like palette of like yellows.
Gotcha. So it's almost funny, like a cliche where like the housewife back in the day, or even probably maybe now, when there's nobody home, they like gorge on like wine and they or chocolate, whatever, right? And they just kind of like, and then with her, it's the egg, right? Like she's all alone, she's gonna gorge on the eggs, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think that there's just this idea, I guess, about being obsessed with something or like
Yeah.
using your time to do something. And for her, it's cooking eggs so in depth and then after that, enjoying it to the
But it's almost
maximum.
like she doesn't,
Yeah.
it's like an addiction. It's like it doesn't, she's not enjoying it. She's just,
She
there's a
just
difference
needs
between
it.
enjoying food. She's shoveling it down her mouth, right?
Yeah, she needs that shit. Like that,
Yeah.
to put it very crudely.
Yeah. And then of course the blue is a contrast to the yellow and the white, right? Kind of stands out in the aesthetic, right?
hmm Yeah, I think for me that I was trying to just figure out like in terms of being an alien, like what would the contrasting color be and what would be most interesting? Because everyone panders towards like greens and maybe like purples and like off-putting colors. But I was thinking like I do love the color blue. So what if I choose a complementary color as opposed to yellow? And then that was kind of how we arrived. Like it is still very outlandish once you put it on a chicken. So like that kind of worked out, and then there was like the baby monster chicken thing that she ate up with the pasta like tail. I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw. That was like an incredible like detail that I think Daniel came up with.
But you have the purple door, right?
There was the purple door, and then also like I don't know if you saw when she ate the baby chicken, there was actually a pasta that was like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
red purple thing. It was meant to be like the tail of the chicken.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of the chicken. Yeah, the chicken is a monster. It's kind of like the San Diego chicken.
No, wait, what?
The San Diego chicken is it's like a famous mascot, like at the baseball game.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay.
It's like
I
90 minutes
definitely
away
need
from
to
where you
look
live,
into that.
right?
Oh my God.
But
Okay.
basically, it's like a famous mascot, like a baseball mascot, sports
hmm
mascot.
Oh my
And it
God.
kind of
Okay. I
reminded me
have
of the San
to.
Diego chicken.
Okay, I have to take a look at that because I do. I still have an obsession.
Yeah. So what do you do now? So you graduated from AFI?
Yeah, so I graduated in August, just last year, and right now, I'm just like kind of feeling around the industry because like it's kind of weird in a weird way, like not to put it kind of weirdly, but I'm trying to, I guess like I'm in works with some directors to get like more shorts to film, and then also I'm also hopefully trying to get another horror short up with Jafat. Another horror monster thing maybe going.
Yeah.
So I think that might be fun. Yeah, and then in the meanwhile, I might also be heading back to Singapore because I'm originally from Singapore to maybe shoot a short film.
Yeah. So what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Ah, you definitely caught the joke that we had. That one was a Jafar idea. I have to credit it to him. He was like, what would be hilarious if we had that right there as we can. And I was
Yeah.
like, brilliant.
So what did come first though?
For me, I think it would be the egg. What about
Yeah.
you?
I'm an egg.
Oh,
I believe it's
okay.
the egg. Yeah.
hmm You're
It
the
just
egg
kind of
believer.
morphed into society, morphed into the world, and then a chicken was hatched for, I
hmm
don't know.
Yeah, the growth has to come from somewhere.
Yeah. There's probably like a million eggs that were kind of like planted somewhere and then like manifested from the world. And then out of like a million eggs, two chickens popped up, right? And
I
then
won't
those two
disagree.
chickens, did their thing, and then more eggs popped up and more eggs popped up and then here we are today.
No, I do agree.
Because yeah, there's no way the chicken comes first, right? So that's like godlike. That'd be weird.
Another chicken monster. All animals are chickens.
Right. So before we leave you, I gotta ask you because you said in the blog interview, what films you watch the most times in your life, and you said a horror film and you said an animation film. Do you remember what you said?
Yeah, I remember. I love Hereditary.
Hereditary, yeah, good
Yeah,
film. Yeah,
I really love how messed up it is. Just because of the ebb and flow of how things kind of like unfolded, and also
it's
how the
very
cinema
disturbing. Yeah,
it's messed up. Like I mean, I watched like his later films like Beau is Afraid and like Eddington, but
yeah,
nothing I guess could come close to this like level of I guess sophistication in terms of how it was revealed. So I'm a huge fan of that, and also how he like used cinematography to kind of slowly reveal the story, and then everything you saw previously kind of wrapped up itself at the end.
yeah.
Just like, damn, this guy's brilliant.
It's funny because I find it interesting when people use this genre, like the horror genre. It's a film about grief, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But
And
then at the same time, sorry.
which is like a lot of films are about like a lot of if you think we really break down a lot of films are about grief. A lot of films can be about grief, but generally they're either dramatic or comedic. In the case of like Herbalist is on now, that's that's
hmm
sci-fi, but basically the
She's
this film is like is disturbing, and it kind of it's very real at the same time.
mm-hmm. And also like just the sequence of events of like how messed up things kind of slowly became. And then the blame, the aftermath, dealing with that shit while like the supernatural stuff was going on. I think that just added more like interest into like how people really deal with like really hard things
Yeah,
as things go
100%.
to shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes it like a it's like that was a film done on a very low budget as well, right?
Yeah. I think he did. Yeah. I'm a huge
So
fan.
do you see yourself DPing a film like that?
Well, I mean, I would love to. Yeah, like something that is so like kind of not just based on just cheap like jump scares. I think for me, like I don't really dig jump scare stuff, but I do love like the combination of using like fear, like innate fear in someone to like further, I guess, explore the human like psyche. And then like in that way, like we as audiences all kind of connect to it because we know this fear. Like we recognize it and we feel it. And then from there, we are able to empathize and hence maybe be so scared, but also realize that it's something so universal.
Yeah, 100%. And then the second film
Oh my God.
you said, which is the film about food, right?
Oh my God, yeah. I think yeah, for Ratatouille,
So Ratatouille was the other choice,
yeah.
yeah, which is a
Uh
fantastic film. It's really good. It's a really
it's
great film.
I've probably watched it really maybe too many times, but like when I came to LA, I couldn't cook. So it was like a amazing thing to like kind of fall back to because I couldn't even cook rice when I came here. Like that was how bad I was at cooking. Um,
Yeah,
and then as an Asian, I should be ashamed. But anyway, this is a and then like I think the motto of like anyone can cook by like the movie and then Gust I think the man the chef man Gustav I might be really wrong but he that has kind of carried me through my entire journey here in like in America um and I also just love the fact that they photograph and talk about food in such a like sophisticated way that like I don't know whether any ma movie like can ever match up to it.
yeah. Oh, I love that movie. It's really good. There's a lot of deep little themes in that movie as well,
hmm
right? So,
Yeah, family, like bonding, and also trust, and just like
yeah.
in general. I don't know. Yeah, it's
But it's
beautiful.
about like, but it's about basically being good at something, but then you don't fit the stereotype. You don't fit the mold, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like being a female DP in Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about that, that's definitely a hard, it's an uphill battle, no matter what.
Yeah,
But I do believe it's like slowly getting better. Like this year, the ASC Awards have like three DPs who are female being
yeah,
nominated. So that's like freaking awesome. And like I just can't wait. Then also like I guess work style and work ethics and just how we communicate is also so different from like say some like a male. And I think it would just be interesting for like the industry to just explore and see where it takes us.
yeah. Well, I guess it's for me, I guess it's my perspective and what do I know, right? Is that
No.
I'm assuming it's from the power position, right? So the
hmm
more females in the power position, the more female DPs will be hired,
hmm
right? It's like the
Yeah,
old cliche,
and
you hire who you know, right? So
it is so
you
true.
get into a boys club, you hire the boys, right?
And also, I mean, Matthew, like, are you also a director yourself? Like, is this how you like? Are you part of like the?
I used to, yeah, back in the
hmm
day. This is what I do now,
In
but back in
fact,
the day I made films, yeah, yeah.
okay, yeah,
I had a
and
female
then.
DP for
hmm
a Bravo film that I did. Yeah, she was good.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
And
at
also, I
me.
mean,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's totally valid. And also, like, I
yeah.
think, yeah, it's just slowly changing. And I feel like, you maybe because you're also speaking from a director's perspective. I think for me, because I do work like also like below the line, like as key grip and also like gaffer, to help out my peers and
Sure.
whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just interesting to see like, the different collaborations between like female and male and female and female, just that alone in the key like core team all
Yeah.
just like makes a difference.
You spend so much time together, right? You're on
We
set like 14,
do.
15 hours a day a lot of times, right?
Yeah. You become basically like family, and then
Yeah.
like you have to just like decide if this is the right vibe for you. And I think,
Yeah.
yeah, like the world is so big.
It's such
And
an
there's like
interesting profession too, where like you say you're a gaffer, you're hired as a gaffer, electrician, and you're just chilling, you're chilling, right? And then all of a sudden it's
exactly.
like, let's get this done. And it's like there's all this high pressure, and then it's done.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, we're all lit, and then you're like chilling again. And then it's
Exactly.
like it's so good,
Yeah.
like changing that energy, right? It's
Yeah.
such a yeah.
It's also a different grind altogether. So I think, yeah, I appreciate your I guess like your question about the female DP too. Yeah.
Well, it's about ratatouille, right? It's I segued
Yeah,
in there, right? A
exactly.
rat being a chef, female, but it's but
I
it's
do
like
feel
yeah,
like Remy.
yeah. No, but it's interesting. So you came in through the like, because like obviously like you come in through lighting or camera or like grip, but you came in through the lighting. You like that's your strength.
I actually came in through camera assisting, and
Okay.
then when I was in AFI, I did a lot of grip and gaffing work, and that kind of became my like go-to instead because I didn't really want to go into the specifics of camera assisting just because I knew it was so technical. But then
Yeah.
for me, gaffing and gripping gave me also like creative like liberty to help out the DP. So like in that way, I really love to like talk to the DP about, hey, look at this frame, like, what else do you think we can improve on? And then
Yeah.
I would like try and work that out, even though like there was such a short span of time. I think that's really fun.
Yeah, no, it's all fun. It's all like it really is all fun, right? And camera focus pulling and then gripping. Yeah, it's all fun, isn't it?
I mean, I do quite enjoy
Yeah.
it.
You seem like you got the mentality for it. By the way, it's a nicely photographed film, this film. So
Oh, thank
yeah,
you so much. Yeah,
yeah.
thank you.
I wish you the best of success with this film. Like obviously it could be a horror. It's also comedic as well. It's experimental in nature, of course, right? So you're mixing all these genres and yeah, it's just a well produced film, well performed as well.
Thank you so much, Matthew. And also thank you for I mean including it into the film festival run. Yeah, and then also like for doing both the podcast as well as the interview. Yeah, I appreciate that all.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's talk soon when you make when you're part of the next film.
Hey, thank you. Good
Thanks.
night.